Yo, what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, D-Line Radio, and whatever else, man. I'm glad to be back, actually. Technical difficulties every which way we look at it, but it's good to be here. I did get another camera ordered, so we will be doing more yard shots where y'all can actually see what the dogs look like very soon. But we'll start this first rant off with basically, a hot topic right now on Facebook and other social media outlets, to where I guess you can call it a beef on some levels. And first of all, I want to state, I'm not beefing with anybody. I have friends on both sides of the fences, and I just state it like it is. Some people get butt hurt or get their feelings hurt by the truth, but the truth is the truth. Now, we're talking about, the constant conflict that we have going on. It shows about dogs that don't fit the standard, or people feel don't fit the standard, or don't represent the breed good. This is it. It boils down to this. Months ago, maybe even a year ago, when I had Dave Wilson, the owner of the ABKC, not the president or anything, the owner, and I'll make that clear because he always makes that clear. When we had the show, I asked him about these dogs on the show, which, let's be specific, those dogs were like the muscle tone dogs or whatever. Now, when I made this thing, about, Magoo and this style of dog, his answer was that these dogs help push the breed worldwide. It's almost like two different sets of dogs. It's the American Bully. Then you had these more of an extreme style of dog that are helping really push this breed worldwide and help it be known. Yeah, there is some truth to that, but at the same time, we have to look at it, because the extreme class, which Magoo is a champion of, and basically his father Dax, the thing was built around him. I believe he's the first champion in the extreme class. The big issue that everybody had with the extreme class is it seemed to promote flaws. It let flaws in on the dogs that weren't allowed with any of the other dogs, from issues with the top line to different little things. It's obvious that, Dave publicly said that he agreed with that, so he got rid of it. This is where the problem comes in at. Now you've already said that these dogs that actually belong in the extreme class, that you found a problem with and got rid of this class, are now representatives for the breed around the rest of the world, and we're fine with that. You can't say something's wrong with it on one hand, but then it pushes the envelope on the next hand. So what we had happen this year is, of course, another dog in that mold comes along, and he becomes one of the more popular dogs of the year, wins the grand championship. Keep in mind that this extreme class is gone. So now you have this dog showing in pocket. Now, at no time was it ever discussed that the extreme class would be incorporated into the rest of the breeds. It was something wrong with the extreme class, remember. It was something wrong with it. So it was supposed to be let go. Well, now what we have is we have extreme dogs all over the American Bully front, and we have them being bragged about that they're spreading the breed's personality, and you wonder why everybody else is upset. To me, it's only one solution, and I've talked about this on a live telecast, is do not bring the extreme class back as a class, but bring the extreme class back as its own breed. Make it the Extreme Bully breed, the ABKC Extreme Bully breed. Do it in a fashion to where if your dog is registered extreme, it cannot be bred to the American Bully. That protects the integrity of the American Bully. Tell your judges to stop the bullshit and judge all of the dogs exactly for confirmation. No high rears winning championships, no bad feet, no slope backs, none of this bullshit. That way the integrity of your American Bullies is held to a high standard, and now you have a whole nother breed that I'm sure a lot of people will be excited about, and they can do whatever. You can allow certain rules in there because you know what's going on here. You know that they're mixing English Bulldogs in there, French Bulldogs in there. So let them have their own little class to where they have their extreme bullies, to where they can add in certain dogs, but they have to be honest about it. That's a stretch, but maybe they'll feel more honest about, I added a little bit of this in to make my dog extreme like this. But they can never be crossed back in to the American Bullies. So although you might be able to use my American Bully if the litter comes out to this extreme female, that means they're extreme puppies. It's a simple solution. Your American Bully people who are crying about structure and everything will be pleased, and all of your people who still want to come in the building and show their extreme dogs will be pleased. Instead of just telling everybody to accept the fact that you integrated the extreme class throughout the whole registry, and now you got a lot of people who paid a lot of money to be a part of this thing who feel like they're being robbed because the reason you dropped the extreme class in the first place is these people were pissed about the health and the conformation of the dogs. It's that simple. I'm not going to keep y'all here all day. I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.